wheat. And the 59, Stacy Schrader out of Iola, also known as buckwheat. Again, this will be a 3-lap final for the Masters 340 Pro Mod. You're watching World Series of Racing here at Eagle River. Saturday's event has both Pro Vintage Racing and USSA action. Stacy Schrader takes the early lead. Zipping by us for the white flag is the 59 of Stacy Schrader. Here comes Brian Shanick. This is race number 27 of 47 today. Masters 340 Pro Mod. Your champion, buckwheat, or Stacy Schrader out of Iola, Wisconsin on his Polaris. Next out, race number 28 is the Juniors 2, 13 to 17-year-old drivers. They are on Superstock 340 free air or Pure Stock 400 free air fan sleds. This class is sponsored by Donnie Feedy, so thank you to Donnie Feedy. And all the entry fees for our juniors for the year were paid by Rick Bartel. Thank you to Rick Bartel. We have 5 racers scheduled to come out for this 3-lap heat. For Juniors 2, coming onto the track, we have the 69X of Jesse Lemke out of New London. Miss Megan McKeever out of Hortonville on the 136. Seth Shively out of Shawano on a Mercury 70X. Grayson McKeever from New London on the M38. And from Rhinelander on the 122 is Cade Tessman. All coming up to the line. Again, this is a 3-lap heat for the Juniors 2. Three of these drivers were already out here today. Sprinkled in a couple new ones. Here we go. Looks like the 69 of Lemke. Gonna lead them in with the 122 right by his side. That's Cade Tessman. And the M38 of Grayson McKeever. Cade had to check up there. Dropping him back into farther back on the second position. White flag is out this time round. Jesse Lemke is your leader. Cade Tessman in second. The M38 of Grayson McKeever. The 70X of Seth Shively. Jesse Lemke taking the heat win, followed by Cade, the M38 of Grayson McKeever, 70X of Seth Shively. Followed by Miss Megan McKeever on the 136. Alrighty, this is the Snow Pro IFSX 340 5-lap final. We were waiting to see if Bryce Tresniak was making it to the track, but he is not. So we have the 311 of Brent Miller from Maple Park, Illinois. The 09X of Stephen Perrick Jr. out of Arkdale. The 820 of Tyler Feldman from Elkhart Lake, 820. And Cole Tresniak, Friendship, Wisconsin, driver number 7. This is 5-lap final, IFSX Snow Pro 340. Miller, your early leader, followed by Feldman. Steven took on a solid third position right now over the 7 of Cole Tresniak. This is a 5-lap final. Race number 29 of 47 today, IFSX Snow Pro 340. Brett Miller crossing another green. Tyler Feldman. Nice run for Brent. We have a few of our classes sprinkled in today and a full event tomorrow for Pro Vintage Racing. Brett Miller taking the win, followed by Feldman, Perrick, and Cole Tresniak. Brent taking the win for the IFSX Snow Pro 340 final. Next up, some USSA action. Race number 30 is Junior 1 F500. Are you ready, Tom Wagner?
I am ready. So Tuner, I reference him. He's kind of our tower guy. He keeps his eyes on the track, keeps the flagmen safe, keeps the drivers safe. He's also now directing traffic. Girls, switch. Here comes the USSA staff back in. I do have to say this. Beaner, Buckwheat, Pork Chop. You guys have much more colorful nicknames than we do. So if there is a contest, you win. I'm not even contesting.
Do you have names that are like beep, beep, beep?
Well, we have names that aren't on the microphone, but yes, exactly. Yes, yeah. F500 Junior 1 racers for their second round. These are 10 to 13-year-olds to qualify. We've got all three here. Ben Meyer looks like he's going to lead them up. He's from Michigami, Michigan. Waylon Corpita from Wausau, Wisconsin is a 626 going to the inside. And Alex Newman on the outside from Merrill. That is your lineup for our Junior 1 F500. Race 31 is next. Junior 2 F500. Then race 32, the Formula 3 finale. Green. Ben Meyer to the lead. Under attack, though, from Alex Newman as they clear 1 and 2 and head down the backstretch. I was saying that, the F500 class, they are... Whoa, look out! Ben Meyer up and over. Arms up, that signifies I'm okay. So Ben over to the sled. They're going to try and get it fired up. They're going to have him come over to the entrance to the pits, the paddock area. They just want to take a look at that 11 sled to make sure it is okay and safe to race. I'm sure Ben is going to want to continue on. What I was about to say is, I talked earlier, the F500 class is a spec class. They're all on same Polaris chassis. Should be stock Polaris engines. They should all be the same, but they can skin them any way they want, whether it's a little more modern or retro. I'm going to say a good example of that is the Newman sled, which is a little more on the modern side, looks a little more pro-champish. Race director Bob Richardson going to give it a look-see. And a feeling Dad Greg is there as well to take a look. More concerned that Ben's okay, and Ben seems to be fine. Obviously, no laps in. We'd go to complete restart. Perhaps the 11 would be in a second row. We'll have to see. No, this is not the decathlon. We got a dead battery in corner 4. He's keeping his speed up pretty good, I think, isn't he? He's not fading. There you go. Attaboy. By the way, that was like a relay race when they hand off the baton. You guys completed that battery handoff. It was exceptional. Gold medal. There you go. Thank you. This, of course, is the scene of the famous Rico pull the kid off the ice video or event that has gone pretty much viral. You're looking at me like you don't know what that is. Do you remember that is? We had a young rider that went off right on the front stretch. He ran out, and he was okay, but he couldn't get up. He was slipping on the ice. Rico grabbed him and pulled him to the infield safely. Yes. So I can tell you that all other flagmen bow when Rico comes through then after that. That was above and beyond the call of duty. Keep that young man safe. So we've got clearance on the 11th sled. So for bringing out the red flag. Ben will have to start back by the cone. You can see now on the camera he's talking about the 412 looking a bit more modern than, say, a vintage more looking sled like the 11. This is a 3-lapper. So Ben's got to come from that second row now. I didn't want to press too hard again. This is just, I shouldn't say just, but it is a heat. Final coming up later. So at the moment, maybe just want to give that sled a little bit of a test run here just to make sure everything is connected the way it's supposed to be. Alex Newman will lead lap number 1. Ben around the outside of the 626 of Wayland Corpita into second. These are the juniors, but they have a lot of seat time. They run sprints, the sprinter sleds, the purpose-built sleds for racing yesterday, on the stock-based sleds today. One more lap to go for Alex. Keeping an eye on the 11, and it does seem to be performing fine. You can give it the once over in the pits, make sure it's okay for the final. Meanwhile, up front, I bet there's a big smile on this young man's face. Checker goes to Alex Newman with the win. Race 31 coming up, Junior 2 F500, round 2, 14 to 17-year-olds. Then we have race 32, which will be the final for Formula 3. Then we will go to a grooming session as the Pro Champ. Final qualifying round will be next. So our 3 drivers coming up, Brandon Christensen. We saw him in the Sport F500 earlier. On the C21 from Nina, Oliver Davis from Stevens Point is the 29. And Brody Bartonen, the 24. Brody is from Champion, Michigan. 3 sleds, it's a 3x3. They will go for 3 laps. Brody first to the line. Oliver coming along next. To the inside, and Brendan will be furthest inside of the 3. Green. Brandon Christensen, the jump, settling in at the controls. He will take him through 1 and 2. Brody right behind. And down the backstretch for the C21. Issues for Oliver, the 29. Will take it to the inside, well out of the racing line. See the corner worker displays yellow for a lap to let the other 2 know that Oliver stranded in the middle of the backstretch. So we are able to stay green. Now Brandon's got a little more seat time today, but Brody not letting him get too far away. He's hanging in there on the 24. Still there, a little bit too high a line perhaps for the 24. Gaining some ground is Brandon Christensen. Brandon out of the 4th turn to Rico and the checker, and he's got the win. Formula 3 coming on. See if Oliver's able to get it fired up, and he is. So no board is necessary. Formula 3 will be led to the line by top qualifier Blaine Stevenson, the Wall Brothers Racing Polaris, a 600R. Second qualifier is Gunnar Stern, Skidoo RS. He's from West Chicago, Illinois, the 220. Matt Gady from New Germany, Minnesota is on a Skidoo MXZ. He is number 28. Fourth qualifier on a Polaris 600R. Mason Schutte, fourth qualifier, the 48X from Eagle River. Tanner Foss from Middle River, Minnesota, on a Wall Brothers Champer, number 111. Gavin Peterson, Chisago City, Minnesota, a 600 RS Formula 3 Skidoo. He's the number 6. Seventh qualifier, Jordan Siebold from Kewanee, an Arctic Cat ZR 6000 SX. Dustin Schwant is from Fox Lake, Wisconsin, another Arctic Cat ZR 6000R. And I think scratched out after the incident and won earlier in the rounds, Ezra Grauman. All right, Gunner to the inside of Blaine. There's Matt in the middle. Mason Schutte next. The 111 to the inside. There's Tanner Foss. Gavin Peterson next. Jordan Siebold. Into the outside is Dustin Schwant. That is your lineup for the F3 final. It is a 7-lapper. We'll heat up the pipes. I got a feeling it counts. Certain time. Rico. Give him time to heat up the pipes. All right. 7-lap finale. Stage and ready. Going to see 90 about miles an hour on the front and back stretch. And green. Matt Gady hit it pretty close to right on the numbers, and Gady will jump to the lead on lap number 1. Down the back stretch he goes. He's been close to that all day. There he got the perfect hold shot. Lap number 1 to Gady. The Wall Brothers team are running second and third. It's Blaine Stevenson in the second position. Third right now for Tanner Foss. Gavin Peterson right there in the hunt. He is fourth, looking for a lane around the 111. Dustin Schwant ahead of Gunnar Stern. Dustin right now running in fourth. Boy, that hole shot propelled him to the lead, and he's not letting Blaine get anywhere near him this time. Gady with the lead through 3 and 4, and he'll fire it down the front stretch again. Little breathing room for Tanner Foss over Gavin Peterson, maybe about 5 sled lengths there. Tanner with a good run going, solid in third. Well, Blaine's starting to close the gap a little bit. Running a lower line is the 102, the 28 high. Diamond down low and shoot it down the backstretch. Top 2 pulling away. Peterson still chasing Foss. Back a little further. Dustin Schwant leading. Gunnar Stern for 5th. Gunnar had a look to the inside in that battle for position. Back to the pack. Up front, white flag ready to fall as Blaine closes in. Way in, just a sled length behind. Stalking is done. He's going for it now. Stevenson chasing the 28 into the corner. There was a little bit of room there. Not enough, but he's got to back out of it. Down the back stretch they head. Trouble in front, Jordan Siebold, but he'll get out of the way, and we can stay green. Down to the checker. It's Gady with the win. Look to the outside. Nope, not there. Foss will allow Peterson for third. Gunner by a ski tip just gets by Dustin Schwant. Good race. Good solid race there. Again, Blaine with a late charge makes a race out of it, but Gady able to fend him off for the Formula 3 win. Track grooming session now. We'll get that ice just as clean as it can be because final qualifying round to set the number 9 sleds that will go directly into today's USSA Pro Star Series final, and it is the final of 2025. So very important. When we come back out of the grooming session, those are events 33, 34, and 35. And then we go to Superstock 340 free air final. This just in. Hot off the presses. The Outlaws are not running a third round. So, events 41 and 42 are scratches. They're going to tally up points out of the first 2 rounds to decide the lineup for the final. So we've got kind of a little shuffling of the deck for our racers. So 33, 34, and 35, the Pro Champ 3 heats will go as scheduled. 36, 37, 38, and 39, the PVR races will go as scheduled. Race 40, Supermod 800 free air final, is moved between 45 and 46. We are calling it 45B. 41 and 42 are no longer happening. So that means we'll go from race 39 on the board directly to race 43. The Junior 1 F500 final. If in doubt, Bobby is a wealth of knowledge. All right. Okay, racing will resume after this plow break. We come out with the Pro Champers. We've got the blade out, so full plow coming up. Want to thank our 24-25 track sponsors. Rely on Castle X Snowmobile gear to provide the protection you need from the elements, no matter how cold or wet the winter conditions can be. Woody's Traction Products, the choice worldwide of motorsports accessory distributors, snowmobile and track manufacturers, off-road vehicles, racing champions, sportsmen, and snowmobilers who want the very best in traction performance and safety. Wall Brothers Racing. At Wall Brothers, they provide performance products for performance people. Polaris Snowmobiles, where they specialize in all things involved with Polaris. Polaris's engineering keeps Polaris up front at the track as well as deep into the wild. 365 Power Sports, a local shop in Merrill, Wisconsin, known for their inventory for year-round activities. They've been in the industry for over 40 years and will get you ready for whatever adventure you have going on. Tail end of January, we always have the Sprint World Cup now. That's taken over from the 525 in Wausau. Sprint World Cup, last couple of years, has had a sponsor that has been our premier sponsor, Bill's Service Center in Stratford, the presenting sponsor. If you're looking for a new power sport vehicle or outdoor power equipment, shop all your favorite brands at Bill's Service Center in Stratford. All right, grooming session will continue when we come back. Round number 3 for the Pro Star Champers. There's all kinds of advantages to racing at the World Championship Derby Complex. One is it does not take long to clear the track. And we've got some veteran corner workers too. Things are coming together, and we have the two sanctioning bodies. We're up here together, and we're getting along like peas and carrots, I think. Everything is going well so far. This is fun. We may have to do this again sometime, I think.
2026?
Yes, I'm in. We're in. I think so.
Start crossing off the days one at a time.
Well, the partnership ends tomorrow. Racing will be here, but it's just Pro Vintage Racing tomorrow. 9:30, I think, start time again. You'll be on FloRacing. So you race fans around the country and up into Canada, more racing tomorrow coming on Flow. More racing on March 1st for the Pro Star Tour. The Champers will be up there for round number 9, the final round of the Pro Star Cup Tour up in Beausejour, Manitoba. Sending well wishes to our friends up in Canada. The Pro Champers are coming your way March 1st. So qualifying round number 3. Then we kind of got to get through some other races, and we will be tallying points to see who will be in the top 9, and we'll go directly into the final of 2025. Everybody else will go into the LCQ that's still running. The winner of the LCQ later on, the B main, will advance to the front row to complete the number of 10 on that front row. Second and third in the LCQ will be in a second row. So points on the line, championship points are on the line here in the qualifying round, but also the event points to get you straight into the top 9. I mentioned kind of offhand a few times the way they are called to the line. That is the way they are on the board, and they line up based on a random number generator draw, if you will. So if you happen to be called to the line first and kind of sort of pick where you're going to start, that's strictly random. And when it's strictly random, that does mean that somebody may get a chance to lead them to the line more than once. That's what random means. So in the first heat here in the third round, Ryder Riddell, who is completing, I think now, second event of full champ racing after moving up from the juniors. He said, "You having fun?" Big grin. Yes. So he's out making laps, getting used to the champ sled, doing very well. Jordan Sabetsky back in this one from Beausejour on the Sabetsky Enterprises Polaris. Jocelyn Rathke is doing very well today from Wausau, Wisconsin on the 30. Got the Skidoo of Matt Gady from New Germany, Minnesota, the 28. The 11 of Fred Mankey from Lodi, Wisconsin, on the RBM Skidoo number 11. And Tanner Foss from Middle River, Minnesota, the Walt Brothers Racing Polaris. And as your lineup for round 3, heat 1, Calvin Cook is a scratch. The new sled in only its second week of activity. There have been flashes of speed, and there have been some mechanical issues that they're ironing out. A sled that was built in 9 days, and the move from Polaris to Skidoo. So there is light at the end of the tunnel for that team. So here we go. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they will go for 5 qualifying laps. Tanner Foss will complete the lineup. Call to the line. And here comes Ryder. I'm going to take it up a little higher. Let those veteran guys go to his inside. Jocelyn also going to go outside. The 30 and the 4. The two riders to the extreme right, the outside, recent graduates out of the junior programs, up here running with the champs. Staged and ready, and green. Gady first in the throttle. Tanner Foss right with him. Matt will lead him into the corner. Gady on top. Foss is second. Ryder Riddell. Hang on, Ryder in the third position right now. Got the jump at a couple of veteran guys and Jocelyn as well. Ryder is third early on. Cluster behind him. Jordan Sabetsky will look to the inside. Whoa! Ryder off the sled. Ryder into number one, and a very angry young man. You could see him very frustrated, pumping the fist. He was running well. 4 laps to go. We did get one in before the incident. Racing can be cruel just when things are going really well. And then that happened. Check it on the sled. Yes, in this case, Ryder is the rider, as the board is there. So he did get a lap in. There will be 1 down, 4 to go, as they will help Ryder out. So this is race 33, 34, and 35 are the second and third heats in this final qualifying round. Then we switch gears back to the PVR gang, and they'll start race 36 with the Superstock 340 free air. That's the final, and race 37, 38, and 39 will all be PVR. Let's see. Again, if you missed it in the trailers, missed it in the pits, we've got a shuffling of the deck coming up, so check the board just to make sure. Once we get through 36, 37, 38, and 39, scheduled race 40, your Supermod Free Air Final, is moved between 45 and 46, calling it 45B. Rider back on the sled. A little left move, a little right move. Everything sounds and feels right to him. So 40 going between 45 and 46. Events 41 and 42 are canceled. That's the outlaw third round. So they're going straight to the final, and that lineup is set. So once we complete race 39, we're going to jump all the way ahead to race 43. That's Junior 1 F500, followed closely by race 44, Junior 2 F500. I don't think I made a mistake that whole time. I think I said that exactly correct. I know that's shocking, but I think I did. Nobody yelled at me, so I must have. Nobody was listening. That's funny. All right, I'm taking back what I said about you PVR people. No, I like you guys. I like you guys. Sometimes you may pick up a little radio traffic. Leader wants inside. That's one thing. I don't know if all the series do that, but we do give the leader an option to line up inside out or outside to in. Normally, it's inside to out is chosen, and that's what we're having here with Matt Gady making that choice. A while back, when Malcolm Chartier was running really well, Aaron Kornick was our flag man. He went to Malcolm and said, "Which would you like, inside or out?" And the response was, "What's better for you?" He asked the flag man, "What's better for you?" And Aaron said, well, if you take outside. And Malcolm Chartier said, I'll take outside. And I thanked him for that because you can tell when they do have to come inside to out, flagman has to come all the way to the outside of the track, and there's not a lot of escape room there sometimes when you're lined up 9 or 10. When we say, I'll take the outside, then Rico can stand on the inside, and everybody's fanned out away from him, and he's in his kind of safety zone there. Like here, there is a little escape hatch down there by that pump building or shack, whatever that is, that he can pop in there. Sometimes if there's bales all along or wall all along, there isn't much escape room. So when we're able, well, I shouldn't say coax, but if the preference for the racers is to be, line up inside and him fan out to the right, but it's just a little safer for the crew down there if it's the opposite.
I don't think he made a mistake in there.
I don't think so either. I think I got that. I think I got that out without a mistake. Yeah. And I'm almost full. Well, I don't have full 2 days because I got you here. So it's like a day and 3/4 I got in.
Well, I can leave if you need.
No.
No. You'll just have like 5 races of ours.
No. You stay here. Yes, you're on your own tomorrow, though. I got to go, apparently, out with my wife's relatives.
Do you need me to get you an excuse?
Yes, I got to go out with the in-laws.
I just lost my voice. Stop.
I have to stay racing up here in Eagle River, honey.
Can you announce for us?
Yeah.
Please.
Becky, the other announcer, lost her voice.
No, that was actually at Vintage.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
We got up here, and Thursday, we got up Wednesday night. Thursday, did some stuff up here, and by Friday, I don't know what hit me as fast as it did, but I got through the weekend, but my voice was,
toast.
Several people said, gosh, that didn't sound like you. Well, yep, really, it didn't.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, I think we've got quarter 1 squared away again. Rider fired up and into the corner, so I think he's going to be able to continue on for the final 4 laps. That was pretty good racing there, too. Unfortunately, that happened. So there is Matt Gady from that inside. You'll see what I mean in just a bit. So in order for all the riders to get a clear vision of Rico, he's got to come up here on the high side. Like that. And you can see from where he stands, he's got that escape route right there. 4 laps to go. Yes. Green. Once again, good start for that 28. He takes a quick peek to his right. Nobody there, just the way he likes it, and he'll power through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. With Ryder gone, that moves Sabetsky now into the 3rd position as he chases Tanner Foss. Jocelyn Rathke now in the hunt, running 4th on the 30. Up a little high, door open. Fred Mankey has a peek to the inside, but Jocelyn will hold him off. Foss breathing room over the 24, keeping pace with the 28, pretty much by himself. Sabetsky in 3rd. Mankey trying to get around. Jocelyn Rathke on the 30. White flag out. 1 to go for Matt Gady. Fred looking inside, looking outside. Jocelyn's got him so far. Now Fred to the inside. Meanwhile, up front, easily through 3 and 4, and Matt Gady will get the win. There's Fawcett second. Mankey coming. Jocelyn there. Jocelyn will hold on and just get Fred at the wire. For round wins, that's number 2 on the day for Matt Gady. How about those juniors? My goodness, they're not juniors anymore. Well, age-wise, not experience-wise.
That's crazy. I watched too as the juniors come up through our stuff and they've signed those waivers all these years and the parents sign the waivers and then they come in and it's just like, and they're in these upper classes. It's like, oh my gosh, when did you grow up?
Yes. All right, qualifier number 2 in this third round. Griffin Leapack, the All-American Arctic Cat. There he goes onto the ice from Hartford. Blaine Stevenson, we just saw a good solid finish for his teammate Tanner. Blaine in the number 102 Polaris out of the Wall Brothers stable. Slick Willie, Will Garceau from Michigan on a Skidoo 31. From Chisago City, Minnesota, Gavin Peterson is the 6th, the 221. Reed Klinger from Athens, the PDF Polaris. And Dustin Schwant, the teammate to Fred Mankey in 326 from Fox Lake, Wisconsin on the Skidoo. We want 6. We've got 6. Griffin Leapack from the random number generator with the 1, first to the line. Blaine Stevenson next. Blaine going to be a little further outside than we have seen him. Garceau, Peterson, Schwant, and Reed Klinger will be inside. Again, 5-lap qualifying as opposed to 7 on Cup Day. 6 for 5, eyed up, and green. Good jump for Stevenson. Gavin Peterson on the throttle first. Blaine rocketing out of the corner, lifting the left ski into second. Klinger will fall into third. Garceau 4. He's putting the heat on Gavin Peterson right away on the inside line, and here comes Blaine. And Stevenson to the lead. Well, it was a little further outside than he had been starting, made the most of it, and he's got that top spot, second place up for grabs, and it's Reed Klinger who will go through on the inside and Reed into the runner-up spot. Top 4, pretty much nose to tail. Got that top spot and steadily building that lead, pulling away from the 221, the 6, and the 31. Through 3 and 4, sees that green, continues the drive. Back in the back, Dustin Schwant running at 5th. Griffin Leapack, think the 1 not quite up to song, running in 6th. White flag ready to fall. Stevenson with 1 win in the round so far. And the 1 has issues. Griffin off the sled as they go down the backstretch. He's inside. Maybe some can't see because of the snowbank. So he is out, but we stay green. And the 102 has his second round win of the day. Race 35 will be the final qualifying heat for the champ sleds. Then the ciphering will continue, and we will see who will be in the top 9 and who will find themselves in the last chance qualifier. Literally last chance qualifier, as it is the last race of the USSA Pro Star Champ Series. Hunter Sears from St. Francis, Minnesota, the 15, coming out for this one. Had a good solid run last time. We just saw his brother in the top 3, Dane Klinger from Athens, PDF Polaris number 9. Justin Peterson from Campbellsport, Wisconsin. It's a Houle chassis Skidoo 39X. his cousin Calvin, with a couple of wins already on the day in the qualifiers from Eden, Wisconsin on a Skidoo. And Gunnar Stern completes it. Gunnar from West Chicago, Illinois on a Skidoo to 220. Calvin and Gunnar both with 2 wins in the qualifying rounds. Somebody for sure will not get 3, and maybe one of these other guys will take the win here. Hunter, the first one called to the line. Dane Klinger, only the second day racing a champ sled outside of him. To the inside, Peterson, Justin, then Calvin Peterson, and Gunnar Stern tucks up against the snowbank. It's a 5x5, 5 sleds, 5 laps. Final qualifying event for the Pro Star Champers. They are staged. Green. Calvin Peterson, good jump. Dane Klinger, a good jump. Calvin's going to lead him into the corner. Right on the inside is Gunnar Stern. Dane right to his right. Justin Peterson in the hunt, 4th. Lap number 1 to go in the books. Gunnar a line on the inside. Top 4 altogether. Hunter Sears not too far in the distance behind. Dane Klinger a little trouble in the corner. Takes the pressure off the 220. Here they come through 3 and 4. This will be lap number 2. Gunnar on the heels of the 54. Gunnar looks to the inside. Those are the guys that each have 2 qualifying wins so far today. Another solid finish here, and they will be locks in the top 9. Gunnar giving chase. You always like to win, but again, that point thing, he closed in a hurry. Avoid an incident with the 54. You always like to win, but certainly second place wouldn't be all that bad for Gunnar in terms of getting into the final 9. 2 wins in a second, pretty much assured. Yes, would be assured that you're in. 1 lap to go. Right there, in case Calvin makes a mistake. Gunnar thought about going a little higher, stayed in that middle path. This time through 3 and 4. Whoa, Calvin a little trouble. Gunnar closes on the brakes in time. Danger avoided. Calvin Peterson nodding. Yes, yes. Calvin goes 3 for 3 in the qualifiers, which means he will be the man called to the line first when that final occurs later this afternoon. All right, we've got crew change. All right, and listen to what was coming. There was some thought, we're going to groom or not? No, we're not going to groom. Okay, Becky, we are going to 36. Superstock 340 free air tag.
Race number 36 is on the track. It's Superstock 340 free air. This is their final. It's going to be 3 laps. Drivers on the track, the 22X from Rhinelander on his Polaris, Tim Pellybicki. Right here from Eagle River, Wisconsin, Braxton Bell on the 33. From Hortonville, Wisconsin, the M36, Kyle McKeever. And Jim Lemke on the 69 out of New London. All right, it looks like the M36 of Kyle McKeever is not out there. This is a 3-lap final. Superstock 340 Freer, race number 36. Oh. And they're off. Three wide through the corner. Palubicki comes out front. Lemke going to try to sneak under him here. Looks a little to his left. Palubicki knows he's right there. Now he's going to try the outside. Then he's going to try to sweep the inside. Back and forth, but Tim Palubicki still leading. Going into the corner again. Lemke is going to try to get around him. This is white flag lap here. Lemke not able to get around him. 22X of Tim Palubicki out of Rhinelander is your champion for Superstock 340 Free Air Final. We're going to give it a couple minutes. Tim Palubicki is back-to-back races. So we'll give him a moment to jump from one sled to the other. All righty, we gave Tim Palubicki a moment. Supermod 340 Liquid Cool final here. Also joining him for this race, a 233 from New London, Matt Bennett. And on his Yamaha right here from Eagle River, the 48X of Mason Schutte. This is race number 37, 5-lap final, Supermod 340 Liquid Cooled. Wide going into the corner. Matt Bennett comes out ahead. Mason Schutte right on his tail. He's going to try the outside to get around him. Shooty trying to close in on Bennett. He's going to take the higher line this time. Catches him coming up here, but can't get around him. Bennett, your leader, Shooty in second, and Patty Bickey in third currently. Closed in a little more. Gonna be able to sneak underneath him? No, not quite yet, but he is right there on his flap. Oh, what's he gonna? Could have pinched him in the wall there. They were so close. Last chance. Matt Bennett taking the win in the Supermod 340 Liquid Cool Final. He's going to get a flag when we do the awards for Pro Vintage Racing. Thank you to Matt Vancook from Fowler Parts Service. He has supplied all of our champions their flags this year. We do have 2 heats of Supermod 440 Freer. They actually got switched here as Matt Bennett would have been racing back-to-back. So heat number 1 on our sheets is now heat number 2. On the track, Bryce Tresiak, number 77 out of Friendship. 715, Jeffrey Stockson from Rhinelander. The 919 from Marquette, Michigan, Dan Bierman. Willow River, Minnesota, driver number 57, Eric Crocker. From Friendship, the number 7, Cole Tresniak. And from Willow River, Minnesota, the 5M, Gavin Malaskach. Gavin Malaskach, your early leader as they go into 1 and 2 and come down the backstretch. Gavin followed by Procker, Stockson, and the 77 moves into the third spot as they came out of 4. Close racing action. Ooh, check up there. Gavin, your leader. Procker in second. Both Willow River, Minnesota drivers. Checker flag coming out for Malaskach. 57, Procker lost his hood. This class is sponsored by Derby Ice Blades. Thank you to Derby Ice Blades. That was, again, heat number 1, which was listed as 2. And now heat number 2, we will have Jordan Siebold out of Kewanee on the 128 Polaris. Friendship, Wisconsin, driver number 17. Mason Fenner on his Skidoo. New London, Wisconsin, Polaris driver number 233, Matt Bennett. On his Mercury out of Maple Park, Illinois, the 332X, Aaron Reuter. And from Eagle River, on his Yamaha, the 48X, Mason Schutte. There they go, 332 shoots off the line to the lead. That is Reuter. Ooh, he's on a rocket. Aaron Reuter, your leader, followed by Schutte and Fenner, Bennett, and Siebold. This is a heat race for Supermod 440 Freer. This class is sponsored by Derby Ice Blades. Little shuffling in the second, third, fourth spots. Oh, he's losing his seat. Reuter's seat is sideways on his sled, and he still took the win. Those drivers will move on to the final for Supermod 440 Freer. I believe now we are going to a plow break before coming back for USSA action of Junior 1 and 2 F500.
Yep, plow break coming up. You are correct.
I try. I try my best.